You want a truck that is both practical and capable, but it's got modern conveniences and technology like all of the modern trucks. Well, the Chevy Silverado and the Ram 1500 are both excellent options that can tow and haul all your stuff and your family too. But which one is right for you? Well, we're the right people to ask.
Edmunds drives, tests, and rates hundreds of cars each year. As trusted experts, we've teamed up with CarMax to help you make the best car buying decision.
Both of these trucks debuted in 2019, and they have gotten a bunch of great upgrades since then. So this is a 2024 Ram 1500, and Edmunds thinks that it is the nicest and most comfortable truck that you can buy. But this is a 2025 Silverado, and it is a super capable truck, and you can get a ton of engine options, including a diesel. Both of these trucks are available in several different cab and bed sizes, but today we're focusing on the crew cab short bed since that is the biggest seller. Now, this is a highly competitive segment, but in Edmunds testing, the Ram 1500 came out on top as one of the best rated trucks. But the Chevy Silverado is bringing up the rear. But make no mistake, both of these trucks are really good. It's just that our ratings are so tightly contested. So the truck that's right for you is really going to depend on the features that you need. So let's start with price. On average, a used Chevy Silverado is one of the least expensive full-size pickups you can buy. But part of that is because Ram offers a ton of luxury options that can push the price up. Bottom line, you can get a good deal on both of these trucks, both of which are cheaper on average than the sales champ, the Ford F-150. It's really going to come down to the engine and the equipment on the specific model that you're looking at. Okay, but what about reliability? Well, for this we use RepairPal. It's an independent reliability tracker, and according to their data, the Ram 1500 comes out on top as the best ranked full-size pickup truck, while the Chevy Silverado, yeah, that comes in at 5th out of 7th place. But keep in mind, both trucks have similar annual repair costs, and they both get a 3.5 out of 5-star rating. So really, we're just splitting hairs here. Okay, that is reliability and affordability, but what are these trucks like to live with every day? Let's dive on in. Now, we've already talked about one of the reasons that you want to buy a Silverado, and that is the price. You can get full-size pickup truck capability at a price tag that is lower than the rivals. Now, if you're looking at a truck for its capabilities, that is how much it can tow and haul, there is a Silverado for you, because even the base model Silverado with the least powerful engine, that can still tow up to 9,000 pounds. And that's enough for, say, a large boat or a 20 to 30 foot trailer. But you'll want to make sure this Silverado you're looking at includes all the features you want. And that's because a lot of the most desirable driver's aids, including Super Cruise, are only available on the top trim High Country, which we are not driving today. I know, it's very sad. But since this truck is typically less expensive when used, you can find a top trim at a comparatively reasonable price. Thankfully, Edmunds editors were a big fan of the other tech features in the Silverado, including how seamless it is to get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto working in here. In Edmunds testing, we found the touchscreen really easy to use and there's no noticeable lag. Also, Chevy doesn't make you do everything through the screen, which we've seen many other brands doing over the last few years. There are big knobs and buttons, which makes changing the temperature really easy, even while wearing gloves. And that's another area where this Silverado really shines. Both Edmunds editors and consumer reviewers, they both highlighted how well this heating and cooling system works. So whether you're living in the frigid cold or the sweltering heat, the Silverado is going to keep you comfortable. Now, the back seat is spacious enough to put even the biggest of car seats, because remember, trucks have evolved from being just for the job site to being for families as well. But trucks are also higher off the ground, so your little ones might have a hard time getting into the back seat. And with that higher load height, a heavy car seat might be a challenge as well. And while the Silverado does a great job of keeping you at a comfy temperature, it's not so good at providing a comfortable ride. Edmunds editors noted it feels too soft on the highway, leading to it getting bouncy over bigger bumps. We also felt a lot of jostling, especially the kind of side-to-side jolts that make your head shake, something that most other modern trucks have managed to soften. And both visibility and seating comfort received low marks in Edmunds testing. I mean, I've got this really broad hood and then this thick A-pillar, and it makes makes it tough to see what's right in front of your nose. And the front and rear seats are just kind of okay for comfort. And that's really important because trucks have become, like we said, family and work vehicles. This is one of the highest rated trucks by Edmunds, right up there with the Ford F-150. Edmunds actually owned 2 Rams from this generation as part of their 1-year road test, where vehicles are owned for 12 months and driven for 20,000 miles. Now, like the Silverado, the Ram is plenty capable with an available V6 or V8, and you can even get a diesel, but keep in mind, Ram nixed that option after 2023. Still, this vehicle has got plenty of power for anything that you might tow. It's more like what a heavy-duty truck was just a few years ago. But that is just a reason for buying a Ram 1500. It's not the reason. Now, remember what we said about the Silverado driving like a truck? Yeah, that's not something we're going to say about this. Our testers agree that the Ram 1500 is the most comfortable truck that you can buy. It drives like an SUV. It does a great job soaking up bumps on the road, making this truck as much at home on a 4-lane highway as it is in a suburban parking lot. And that's not the only area where the Ram 1500's comfort comes through. The seats in this pickup are very comfortable, whether you're in the driver's seat or sitting in the back. And speaking of the back seat, it's not just that the seat is great, it's that there is a ridiculous amount of room back here. Your passengers are going to be so comfortable. And if you have a car seat or 2 that you need to get back here, don't worry about it. You've got plenty of room to install and maneuver it. Now, you might rightly assume that pickup trucks are really good at storage because, oh, I don't know, that giant bed in the back, but not all trucks are created equally when it comes to small item storage like purses, backpacks, and water bottles. But the Ram absolutely excels at this with this center console that even slides forward so you can keep valuables out of sight. But the Ram's best party trick comes back here at the truck bed on models equipped with the Ram box. This is a lockable storage area in the wall of the bed, and it is a great place to store all sorts of items that you don't want to leave exposed to the elements and prying eyes. So while the Ram 1500 is a very good vehicle, it is not perfect. So remember when I said that we would circle on back to reliability? All right, so even though this has a very good Repair Pal score, consumers still reported having reliability issues. And Edmunds has owned a few Ram 1500s of this generation, and that experience was checkered, to say the best. Now, most of our problems were with the electrical or with technology, including a start button that intermittently just refused to work. Cool. And while the driver's aids work fine on the Ram, not many of them are standard, so be sure the truck you're looking at has the features that you want. Lastly, Edmunds testers found the touchscreen to be a little laggy on the last Ram 1500 we owned, and while we love that there are tons of physical buttons up front, we think it feels a little cluttered and overwhelming before you learn where everything lives. So what do you think? Are you going to go with the ultra comfortable Ram 1500, or do you want to save a few bucks and go with the capable Chevy Silverado? Let me know in the comments, and as always, we'll see you next time.